internal sense of space quite vast. Vertically vast. So use the image to promote the breath and the movement, therefore the feeling. So the image is something of a behavioral enhancer. You can think of it that way. But we're promoting the behavior so that we can move into a deeper sensing mode. We're more deeply sensing, of course, how it is we are in our body, how we exist, how it is we simply be in our body. So we're going through a lot of song and dance. It's full asana. This is a lot of song and dance to get us to contentedly being in our body. We'll start with some alternate nostril breathing. Let's use the right hand for now. Right hand thumb, close right nostril. Inhale through the left. Inhale slowly, yet to a point. Starts to feel full. Use the ring finger, close. And as you're holding breath, whether this feels sating or unnerving or agitating, start to experience those sensations in your chest, in your abdomen. Well, part of how it is we can exist in a contented way, maybe even a joyful way in our body, is letting ourselves encounter what it is we're feeling in and with our body. Exhale out the right nostril, 10 counts. So if it's predominantly anxiety, can we let ourselves experience anxiety? If it's uneasiness or an itch, could we let ourselves experience uneasiness or an itch? We'll inhale through the right. Hold, both nostrils closed. Hold breath. If we feel still yet unsettled, can we simply experience the feeling of unsettled? Not can we fix unsettled feelings, but can we simply exist, have our being, and oh, there's this sense of unsettledness. We'll 10 count exhale out the left. So that was one round. 2 breaths, 1 round. Let's do 2 more rounds. So 4 breaths. Once you're through, we'll sit up on our right side, lounge lizard. We got the right heel, right hip, right hand aligned. I'm posted up on the right hand. Not the forearm, but the hand. Now, involve the leg muscles, the back leg muscles. Press through the heel, flex the feet. Inhale into right side waist, ribs. Keep going with the inhale. Keep with it. Stay with it. All the way up to the blade, the collar, the armpit. And stay with those leg muscles as you exhale. Keep flexing the feet. Keep reaching through the heel. Continue involving those thigh and buttock muscles. Release. Come up to a seated position. Cross left over right. And exhale, turn to your left, your left. Release. Inhale, we'll unwind. We'll lean onto our left side, lounge lizard, left side. Left heel, hip, hand. Flex feet. Reach out through that bottom heel. Getting the back of the leg, especially that left leg, involved. Okay. If you're not sure what that left leg's doing, you give it a little push poke. You might be surprised what muscles are involved and what our brain believes are involved. Can I be with the sensation of the leg muscles involved, engaged for one more breath? Am I content? Am I okay with the sense of maybe there's a little striplet of tight feeling somewhere? Could I simply breathe and let that tightness be that tightness? Release. Inhale, press up to seated, right over left. Exhale, twisting to the right. Receiving sensations, just a pure reception. Is that a possibility? Being able to sense something, an artifact, a texture, a tone in the body, and resisting the urge to do anything about it. I'm not talking about pain or just getting that journalistic, that that purity of sense, just that unadulterated sense, without any overlay of action or this should be different, this should be a little more spiritual feeling. Release. Inhale, we'll unwind. When we lie on back, I'm going to point. We're going to be kind of touch probing the butt. The butt's, let's say, have a practice of regularly engaging and fully, even powerfully, forcefully involving the butt. It can be a pretty sleepy thing. Okay, so with the feet off the ground, we're just going to check up on it. Interlace hands behind head. Inhale, the head and the shoulder blades off the ground. And curl tail. Exhale, reach out through the right leg. Take your right hand, the fingertips, go to where your sit bone is. Do a little push test until those muscles, you can feel them, train them, remember how it is they're much more engaged. Draw the low belly down. Inhale, bend the right knee. Curl tail. Exhale, reach out through the left leg. Use your left hand. Go down to where the sit bones are. Draw the low belly down. Now you can do this butt muscle thing without clenching everything else in the pelvic floor. So be discriminating. Inhale, bend the left knee. Curl tail. Exhale, right leg out reaches. Right hand. Go to where the right sit bone is. Involve those butt muscles. Draw the low belly down. As you draw the belly down, feel that the pelvic floor is still alive. It hasn't been stultified by butt activity. It's really important. Inhale, bend the right knee, keeping the shoulder blades up. Curl tail. Exhale, reach out through the left leg. Use the left hand fingertips. Check near the left sit bone. Draw the low belly down. There's movement at the pelvic floor, the butt's still on. Inhale, bend the left knee. Curl tail. Exhale, right leg reach, right hand check right butt. Pull low belly down, the right sit bone muscles, which are the glutes, still involved. Inhale, bend the right knee. Curl tail. Exhale, reach left leg out, left hand, check left butt. Help the butt. Get involved. Pull low belly down. Let's do one more at each side. Go ahead, please. And you may need to check every single time. I find that to make a really solid, we'll say, mind-muscle connection, it might start to flick on in a few reps, but to rely on that connection, I think takes years. I think it takes bodybuilders who work on their posing, meaning isolating these muscle groups. They'll often say it takes a good 6 years of regular posing to get that really, maybe a few years, but usually more, to get that really solid connection where it's really locked in. And so as we're going through some of these poses, making these little muscle connections, especially in the legs, note how we can maintain that connection for 2-3 breaths duration. Grab hold of your roll or your block. We'll go legs to sky. Inhale into the low belly, low back. Squeeze the thing. Exhale, float the head, the shoulder blades up off the ground. Now, free up a hand, reach down, touch that side sit bone area, butt muscle. Check that one side, pull low belly down. Inhale, let the head down, relax the hand from the butt. Squeeze the object, curl tail. Exhale, float the head, the shoulder blades up. Use your other hand, check your other butt cheek. Pull low belly down. Inhale, let the head down. So this would be another reason I prefer a soft object over a block. Squeeze the object. Exhale, float the head, the shoulder blades up off the ground. Take one of those hands, check on that butt. Feel that you can involve it. And then when you draw the low belly down, there's muscular activity happening, pelvic floor, deeply interior to that butt muscle. Inhale, let the head down, relaxing the legs. Breathing into the back, squeeze the object, exhale the head, the shoulder blades up. Use your other hand, check your other butt. Pull low belly down, feel that there's muscle movement inside the butt muscle. That's pelvic floor. Inhale, rest the head down. Take yourself through 4 more. 4 more so that you have adequate time to involve these prime movers, these big exterior muscles, and to feel those deeper internal muscles at the pelvic floor, the low belly. Feeling at least two basic delineations of muscle movement. I think there's some import to feeling these larger muscle groups on the exterior. And they're good at moving our skeleton, our frame powerfully. There's also deeper intrinsic muscles. Those deeper, they respond to breath. They're reflexive. They help us align our bones, our joints, just moments prior to acting quickly. In other words, We're ensuring those large exterior muscles aren't masking those subtler internal movements. So I hope that starts to get us a little bit more enriched sensing at the butt, the sit bone, and then deep inside the sit bone where the groin is. Let's remove the object. We'll sit up on forearms and knees for dolphin. So if you're playing along at home, these larger, powerful muscles. In dolphin, probably the leg muscles and the chest and the big back lat things. And so what will we feel beneath those larger muscle groups? When we're setting up, getting those muscles involved, can you feel breath behind or beneath these large muscle groups? Can you still feel the ribs move? Exhale the knees off the ground. You still have that ability to relax the neck. Is the effort of the arms and the shoulders masking the movement of the breath more deeply internal to those powerful, more exterior muscles? Sometimes we're not sure, so amplify the breath. You can get physical with the breath. It's a physical practice. Asana is a physical practice. And yes, the muscles of breathing, inspiration and expiration can be trained, can be strengthened. Take the left foot, inhale, as you begin to reach it away from the ground, like a millimeter into that lift, strongly involve the muscles, straightening the knee. And then keep raising it, lifting it. Learn if you can fully expand that front of hip. So can you find those butt muscles, those thigh muscles, all those things you're tapping and poking? The quads. Can you involve those muscles in a big way and still feel that breath is present, the movement of breath, the fluctuations of breath? Notice if you're hesitant to involve your body fully. Notice if you tend to reserve involvement, some, metabolic strategy, who knows? But notice any tendency to reserve, hesitancy to involve. Keep reaching out through that left leg, letting those fibers and those tissues continue to expand and expand, even as they're on. Good. Now reach out through that left leg. Don't just drop it to the ground. Reach out, setting that left leg down to the ground longer than when it went up. In theory. Let's do the right side. As that right side just starts to free up from the ground, engage those muscles, raise, reach. Reach back. Setting that right leg down a little longer than it went up. And softly set the knees down. When we shift our mat over to a section of wall, we'll work downward dog on the wall. And if you have the room to work straddle handstand, that'll be your move. So downward dog on the wall or straddle handstand if you've got the kicking up and the room sufficient to widen the legs. So let's do it. I'll talk through the downward dog at the wall. Okay, I'm setting up that downward dog, heels near baseboard. Inhale, you'll step one foot up hip height. And then exhale, step the second foot up hip height. Let's see what I can see here. Those of you who are kicking up into handstand, if you have the room, do straddle handstand. We'll be working this for about 8 breaths or so. If you're having a level 2.5 day, you can practice on piking down out of your straddle. So kick up, orient yourself, straddle, and practice that slow, controlled pike down. There you go. There it is. So good. Good. Right here, start to lean that low back toward the wall. Handstanders. Good. Lean well into the wall. The more you straddle, the more you pike. Keep. Good. Just a few wrapping up breaths. Keep leaning. Yeah. The more you pike down, the more, if you're using the wall, keep leaning. So you feel the lean creating sacral contact, then you'll feel the lean creating low back, and that's usually a threshold for folks. All right. Yep. Good. Feel the sacrum lean. Now start to feel the low back get closer. As you lean, you got to press more arms. Keep pressing. Keep pressing. There you go. That's it. Slow, slow, slow. Better. When you're complete in your upside downing, let's move back to our mat. We are not done with this triangle stuff. Let's set the right leg out for triangle. Maybe have a block nearby. Inhale, draw the arms out to the side, and legs, you are not sleeping. Wakey, wakey. So the quads, feet active. Exhale, reach through that right arm, lengthen and reach through the right ribs. The more strongly you reach through your trunk, the more strongly you reach through this inner right leg. So I'm entering into triangle. Well, one, this is, the caveat is no medical pain, right? But I'm entering in with this notion of, if my right hand weren't there, if I wasn't propped up, I could still hold my trunk and grow my trunk toward the front of my mat, with or without this right hand. Now, if there's pain, of course, post this. It's something we build up to. So I'll put my hand down, but eventually you can just keep kind of testing, like taking a little bit of the weight out of the hand and just feeling how much the legs can help support us. Yeah. Bend right knee. Inhale, bring both hands down to the ground. Pivot on that back foot. We're moving into vertical splits. All that other stuff has just been preparation. So I get the palms down on ground or down on blocks. Why down? So I can move the shoulders assuredly away from the neck. Then I'll raise that back leg. If you're just kind of dangling your fingertips somewhere, there's a good chance your traps are hugging your neck and your arms are coming out of your neck. Been kind of making a big deal to put the palms on a thing. Wrap the shoulders, then involve the legs. There you go. Also, nice benefit, you can breathe well. Inhale, place the left foot down for warrior one. Bending the right knee. Let the legs feel super assured, set, planted, pressing, active. Then bring the trunk up. Then bring the arms up. In terms of the kind of the primacy of our action taking, there's something truly profound and healthy about being able to activate the largest running, fleeing musculature of the body and to be able to breathe well. There's something truly powerful, even potentially rescripting, about being able to activate the legs, maintain that incredible amount of energy, and breathe well. So if you find yourself limiting your engagement by kind of leaning back and popping up and being high in the stance, try it out. Find out, what do I encounter when I start to get my legs so muscularly involved? How do I have to breathe? How do I have to change my metabolism, my focus, my breath, my Twisting warrior. Exhale the left elbow over the right thigh. This left elbow nudging outward against the thigh. Now with that strong nudge lighting up those back shoulder muscles, start to move your left palm toward the thigh, toward the hip. You'll decide how much of an interlock you take. Instead of loosening or lessening the engagement of the legs to try to squirm the arms into interlock, find out where the interlock happens with the legs deeply, vibrantly, still, continuously engaged. You didn't know you were waking up for a muscle study, did you? Inhale, lifting, arching the chest toward the front of the mat, lengthening through the chest. Keep those legs involved. Even if the heel doesn't touch the ground, keep reaching back. Those muscles are so powerful. Release. Inhale, unwind. Let's set the hands under the shoulders. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Triangle. Inhale the left foot forward. Involve the legs. You already know this is going to be a handful of poses. Legs are involved. There's a wonderful principle that has come up over time. It's theoretical, and it's the principle of a governor, an incredibly conservatively set metabolic governor of the body. It's a theory. It's interesting in that, if it's true, we have an extremely conservatively set governor who would like us to not engage so deeply energetically if it's really conservatively set. In theory, we'll be fine to hold the pose. Keeping the legs, the quads are still alive, the butt muscle drawing that right hip bone back. Deeper breath, more full excursion of the ribs and the lungs and the organs. It's okay to use energy. Changing behaviors, changing our energy utilization. Absolutely. Bending the left knee. Inhale, bring both hands to the ground. And by hands, I mean palms. So if you need blocks, get blocks. Wrap the shoulders. Exhale, lean forward. Raise right leg, vertical splits. Okay. Notice, sense. Am I resisting engagement in my body fully for some ulterior conservative mode of metabolism, of breath? When we engage fully, something happens to the way we focus, to the way that we feel. What we're able to notice with that deeper focus. There's something that happens. We're setting the right leg down for warrior one. Inhale, reach, reach. You can set it a couple feet down or all the way softly down, but just kind of contain that descent. The legs set, the feet active, the buttock muscle, the tailbone, where are you? The trunk comes up, the arms raise. Deepen into the stance. Keep working with those. Back of right leg opens up that back of right knee. Feel for that. Deepen into the stance. You might be on the brink of stretch, but come on, legs. Come on, legs. You got plenty of energy. You got plenty of nap time. Got a holiday coming up. Right. Remembering that part of this practice, this physical practice, is a complete rewiring of our relationship to our energy. Let's not forget that happens here. Notice any tendencies to kind of like hike up, diminish breath, conserve energy, wait it out. Deepen in. Something happens to our focus. Something happens when our energy changes, our attentional capacities change. But I want you to know how that happens in your body. Twisting warrior. Exhale, right elbow over left thigh. And to me, a lot of this is about an ecology of perspectives. If I'm unwilling to change the way I involve my energy, my prana, my life force, my behavior, belief, however I've invested my energy, I limit the number of perspectives I can take. I limit the range, the breadth of perspective taking. So I limit my view. Okay? By playing with energy, stances, breathing, engagement, I have the belief, and we'll take this into the degree of interlock that makes sense to you. Nudge the right elbow, palm move toward left hip. That to play in these poses with more muscle, less muscle, staying wide awake, being perfectly still, being absolutely calm and breathing under the fieriest of circumstances, leads to more complex and facile perspective taking. Release. Inhale, unwind from twist, hands under shoulders. Exhale, chaturanga. So when you're lowering, move the shoulders away from the neck. Tops of feet on the ground. Inhale, press with the tops of feet. Push with the palms down. Pull with the arms, chest forward. Exhale, downward dog. Deepen breath. So we change our breath, we change our energy. All right. Revolt half moon. Inhale, the right foot forward. You may like a block for your left hand. And I'm drawing the left leg toward, let's say, hip height. Okay. The right arm toward the sky. Now, if you have some back issues, one, your butt muscles. Your butt muscles. Two, you could also set that left heel on a wall or a couch or a object. It's okay to get a little heel pressure. So if I was But if you use an object to set that left foot against, still engage the legs fully. You're using that object to discover where your butt muscles are, where your hammies are. Push with the left palm, reach with the right. Inhale, bring right hand down to the ground. Exhale, step that left foot down to the ground, softly, smoothly, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. So revolve half moon. Inhale, step the left foot forward. We're placing our right hand down. I use a block. Raising the right heel, just hip height. Just that elevation. If you need an object, use an object. Flex feet. Reach through the heel. Good. Now, find your right butt muscles. We did a whole bunch of poking and probing to get those happily awakened. Then there's the thigh muscles, the hamstrings. When they're involved, the back of the knee opens, the calf, the Achilles, the whole back line. We've been playing with this whole back line. There you go. Good. The right hand is the down hand, the left arm. As you lift it, enticing more of that spiraling, that twisting. And if that spiraling and that twisting is calling you toward conservation, just breathe less. Go, oh, no. I'm going to try something else. Deepen breath. What would this be like to wash my body with even more energy? There you go. Yep. Reach through that right heel. Lift through that left arm. Keep going, muscles. You're fine. You'll be great. A lot of those muscles, they've walked 36 holes, done a marathon or 9. I know these muscles got lots of stuff in them. Inhale, set foot down softly, hands under shoulders. Exhale, chaturanga. Press down vibrantly through those tops of feet as you inhale, upward dog. Exhaling, downward dog. All right, I'm going to tell you where we're heading, and we'll just do this one final pose on each side. We're working bird of paradise. Inhale the right foot forward, setting up interlock, twisting warrior interlock. When you have the interlock, step the left foot forward. Now, if you're not getting the shoulders to do the things today, that's okay. Step the left foot forward anyway. There's alternates. We're raising the right leg off the ground. So whatever your degree of interlock, we're standing on the left leg. We're raising the right leg. Use that elbow nudge. Strongly nudge that outer right thigh. Okay, if you don't have the interlock, left hand, grab that outer edge of right foot. Inhale, right foot down to the ground, unwind. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhaling, downward dog. Last move, last side. Bird of paradise. Inhale the left foot forward. Exhaling, we're taking that right arm across the thigh. Get that strong nudge that lights up the back of the right shoulder. Getting the interlock, step the right foot forward. With or without the interlock, step the right foot forward. Stand on the right, raise the left. With or without interlock. Ooh, other way. So that's easy bird. See what we get here. That was, there you go. Exactly. The right arm's over the left thigh. It's a twisting warrior interlock. You'll stand on the right foot. No matter which version, when you raise the left leg, you are turning, your chest is turning to your left. There you go. There you go. Deepen breath. Deepen breath. When I fully engage, when I choose to fully engage, and I'm committed to knowing my breath, my way of doing and behaving and working with energy, something about the way I attend, the way that I focus necessarily changes. Changing perspective is free. Developing those perspectives does not seem to be free. Like each perspective needs its own energetic architecture. Release. Inhale, let the left foot down. Unwind, hands under shoulders. Exhale, chaturanga. We'll step feet back. Inhale, upward dog. Press tops of feet. Push with the palms. Pull with the arms. The backs of the shoulders and armpits involved. Exhale, press back, downward dog. Involve the triceps. Involve those quadriceps. Reach at those shin muscles, the heels toward the earth. Gently set the knees down. Have a seat. Do half. Happy baby. So, right hand shall grab the inside of right foot, and the left leg reach strongly today it's strong, towards straightening. So the heels touching ground, and the back of my left leg is nearing the ground. Notice the insistence, the belief systems around, oh, I have to do it this way, I have to trim some of my effort or my involvement or my engagement here. Just notice how that might even crop up in us, just a simple lying stretch. When we release, we'll trade sides. Half, happy baby, left hand to left foot. Set the right heel down on the ground. And gradually, strongly straightening it. You don't have to do strong to pain. That's not the ask, that's not the requirement. The power of engagement, the willingness to, I'm going to involve this right leg muscularly, very strongly. I'm going to involve myself feeling, sensing body deeply, fully, unflinchingly. The power of that full engagement is a creative energy potential so vast, so potentially vast. Release, and now release efforts. Rest, now release efforts. As you release the effort, what's the quality of attention that remains? What's the quality of this attention or focus? Do I attend in ways that are broad or deep, partial or whole? Caring, concerned, disconnected, disengaged? Where do I go? Do I start to land more fully in being in this body? How do I notice being in this body? And this is the full engagement. Fully being in this body with all of its aliveness and wonder, with all of its potential, feeling the readiness to jump up and dance and the ease of simply resting. When you're ready, bend knees. Turn to a side and press to seated. Namaste.